But first, a man who spent years crafting international politics was welcomed in the Friendly City today. Thanks for joining us for 7 News at 6. I'm Katherine Guyon. Former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo was at the Wheeling Area Chamber of Commerce's luncheon as its featured speaker. 7 News reporter Colin Roos was at the lunch with leaders and tells us what insights he brought from Washington to West Virginia. Colin.
Catherine, the White Palace was at its 400-person capacity when Secretary of State Pompeo took the stage around noon. He spoke on his many roles in the federal government, including CIA director and Energy Committee member alongside Congressman David McKinley. But he told the audience that the best decisions aren't often made in D.C. They're done in Wheeling and Townsend cities across the country.
This afternoon, the White Palace was host to a major player in the White House. The 70th Secretary of State Mike Pompeo spoke to a packed gathering made up not just of Chamber of Commerce members, but the general public as well. In his role in the Trump administration, he was in charge of carrying out foreign policy around the world and advancing the interests of the United States.
We were ruthless at putting America first. We were clear every day that the things that we did were going to make sure that we were focused on making America more prosperous and America more secure.
In his speech, Pompeo covered what went on in the world during his tenure from 2018 through last year. He spoke about dealing with Kim Jong-un of North Korea and their missile tests, and trying to improve relations in the Middle East. He also commented on the current geopolitical situation and criticized President Biden's handling of Ukraine, saying we need to be bolder with offering resources and creating our own energy to export to the world.
But when leaders like Vladimir Putin don't fear the United States and its response and its willingness to provide weapons and tools and assistance to nations that are trying to protect their own sovereignty, then they think that they've been green-lighted.
He also showed support for Representative David McKinley in his primary battle for West Virginia's new 2nd District. The two were both elected to Congress at the same time, and Pompeo says they worked long hours together on energy policy.
So having Mike Pompeo been a long-time friend and someone that we shared a lot of ideas together on that committee working on for energy independence, I think it's paying off now.
Looking back on his role as Secretary of State, Pompeo says he felt the administration bet on America's creativity and hard work and brought better outcomes because of it.
The most important thing is that we reframed the discussion. We said we're not going to send thousands of our young kids to go fight and risk their lives in dangerous places in the world. We're going to use the tools of American power, our diplomacy, our economic power, innovation and creation to keep our country more secure.
He says he's confident that the priorities of small-town America will be heard in Washington, but it has to start at the ground level, with local candidates making a stand on what they feel is right.
We'll take this nation back.
Pompeo was also asked whether he would throw his hat in the ring to become president someday. He replied that while he's doing what he can to prepare for the next election, only the Lord knows what's in his future. Live in the 7 Newsroom, I'm Colin Roos, working for you.